The title of the book is 13 Reasons Why, and the author is Jay Asher. The basic storyline is, it's about a guy named Clay who receives tapes from a girl at school who committed suicide. Each person mentioned on the tapes receives them to listen to, then pass on to the next person mentioned on the tapes. Each person on the tapes is somewhat responsible for her committing suicide. Throughout the story, Clay travels around his town listening to the tapes, waiting for his name to be mentioned. For plot analysis, it's introduction/important character list, and the important characters are Clay Jensen and Hannah Baker. So for Clay Jensen, I said he's the narrator, a major character, could be the protagonist, and is around character. And Hannah Baker is a major character, could be the protagonist or the antagonist, and is around character. For plot analysis introduction/characters list, I mentioned all of the minor characters that were mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes and the reasons why they were mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes to give you some information about them. So the first person is Justin Foley, and he is a minor character, flat character. He's mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and he is the first character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and he was on the tapes because he spread rumors about her. The second person is Alex Standall, and he was a minor character, flat character, second character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and was a former friend of Hannah's. The third one is Jessica Davis, who is a minor character, flat character, third character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and was also a former friend of Hannah's. There's Tyler Down, who's a minor character, flat character, fourth character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and he stalked Hannah. There's Courtney Crimson, who's a minor character, flat character, fifth character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and she said mean things behind Hannah's back. Then there's Marcus Cooley, who's a minor character, flat character, sixth character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and he almost stood her up. There's Zach Dempsey, who's a minor character, flat character, seventh character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and he stole Hannah Baker's notes of encouragement from peer communication class. There's Ryan Shaver, who's a minor character, flat character, eighth character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes. He stole Hannah's poems and published them in the student paper. There's Kenny Kurtz, who is a minor character, flat character, 10th character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and she crashed her car with Hannah in it. Then there was Bryce Walker, who's a minor character, flat character, 11th character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and he was a bully towards Hannah. And finally, there was Mr. Porter, who's a minor character, flat character, 12th character mentioned on Hannah Baker's tapes, and he was Hannah's guidance counselor, and he failed to tell anyone when she told him she was suicidal. So about the main characters, for Clay Jensen, there wasn't a lot about him, but from what I could tell, he's a shy, quiet kid who wasn't that popular. And then for Hannah Baker, she was a nice girl who got hurt by a lot of people, which caused her to become depressed and then commit suicide. For star rating, Rotten Tomatoes gave the book a 4.7 out of 5, and I agreed with that, so my rating is 4 out of 5. What I liked was the fact that it was very unique and that there were many sides to the story. What I didn't like, I hate a lot of the flat characters because of the terrible things that they did. I would definitely recommend this book.